At North Haven, all of our professional work and work with students begins with the development of relationships. The relationships between staff and students, as well as between students and their academic success. Our focus has been on fostering these relationships to support students as they take risks, persevere with challenges, and strive to continuously improve across all academic areas. Through this work has been a purposeful focus on students' personal development. Our students have developed confidence to embrace ambiguity and complexity, set goals, and self-evaluate to achieve academic success and demonstrate resilience and perseverance to adapt to challenges. Our personal development result is a habit of mind that leads to success for our students in their academic work and in life.
At North Haven, we've implemented structures for learning and planning that promote responsive pedagogy. Teachers collaborate in weekly PLCs where they examine student work to determine individual learning needs and goals for academic success. Our school development plan and professional learning aligns with the CBE 3-year education plan strategy that focuses on mathematics. Specifically, we focused on improving skills in the area of procedural fluency for all our students. Our weekly PLCs provide opportunities for our teachers to integrate research on mathematical pedagogy, high-impact teaching strategies, task design, and focused learning intentions. Through this planning, teachers work with students to design and implement tasks that foster students' abilities to take initiative, self-evaluate, and foster a mindset of continuous improvement.
Within our grade team PLCs, we have focused on designing complex mathematical problem-solving tasks that have multiple entry points and multiple steps. These tasks are designed to clarify targets and learning intentions so that our students can set goals, self-evaluate, and adjust their learning strategies. Within these tasks, students are able to articulate their challenges and successes throughout the learning process. Teachers at North Haven use high-impact strategies such as classroom discussions, feedback, and developing trust through student-teacher relationships. Students have demonstrated personal development in risk-taking and increased confidence when presented with math problems.
So I have taken advantage of the CBE Math Strategy System Learning Sessions. This work has supported my students in their understanding of mathematical concepts that has led to fluency in the area of number operations. Our focus on conceptual understanding has led to my students' ability to really jump into problem solving to embrace ambiguity and complexity.
When students can embrace ambiguity and complexity, they are able to build strong mathematical foundations to understand complex mathematical ideas. Through our work at North Haven, students participate in learning activities that develop their mathematical reasoning and communication skills, which then create more opportunities for students to be active problem solvers. Students have demonstrated appropriate risk-taking and have been supported to ask questions and set new learning goals.
As a new teacher, I have seen my students move through the learning process to develop a deeper understanding of mathematics. An example is I use number talks to help students identify the relationship between numbers, develop a visual concept of what number operations mean, and transfer their learning to new problem-solving tasks. Number talks provide my students with opportunities to develop confidence while trying out their mental math strategies. The key to this work is to develop a relationship with each student and encourage them to take risks that develop efficient ways to solve math problems. My students have become more self-aware and are willing to take appropriate risks as a result.
I have developed relationships with my students to foster resilience and perseverance. Each one of my students uses classroom supports and tools to develop skills and attitudes in the area of mathematics. Megan is one of my students who has demonstrated increased confidence this year. Through a focus on the development of the growth mindset, Megan has demonstrated positive changes that allow her to adjust and adapt to complex learning challenges.
Well, in our classroom, we have an exemplar wall. In every math problem that we do, you have to get 2-star to move on to 3-star, and 3-star to move on to 4-star. So you would look up there and see what you need to get for a 4-star. The strategies that I use mostly are traditional algorithm, but Ms. Dunwoody usually challenges you to use different strategies for the easier questions, but then she usually says to use the traditional algorithm for 4-star. It's like more efficient, and then I would usually work in a group with my friends. We would all discuss it and we would all go our separate ways, and if someone thought they got the answer, they would go to the teacher and check it. If they got it wrong, we would all go back together and say, maybe try it this way. And if they're too hard to do, then I would always go to a teacher. Well, this is my Machu Picchu Inca Trail subtraction math problem. In Machu Picchu, they only let a certain amount of people go up, so it doesn't ruin the trails. And the 2-star is about how many permits are left for the day, and then so you had to calculate how many permits were left for the rest of the day. I brought it home over the weekend. I thought I finished it, but then when I went to go check it with the teacher, I was really happy I finished, but then I accidentally calculated the wrong number. I was frustrated, but Ms. Dunwoody told me to go back and check my work. So for subtraction, you always do it backwards, and you would see if you get one of the numbers. I felt really happy I finally finished it. Well, I went to Ms. Dunwoody, and then she was really happy that I got it. And then both of the teachers, after you're done, they write teacher assessment, and then they would do how many stars you got. I went home and told my mom that I finally finished it, and she was really excited too. Mistakes help you learn, and I feel like it's once I look back at it, I feel like that was my work that I did. After the Machu Picchu one, I felt ready to go above in math. I always feel excited once I get a new math problem because I can challenge myself to get 4-star. I can do this. I feel ready for the next math problem.
My name is Patricia DeVoe. I'm Megan's mom. Megan's demeanor in her math program has really changed. Megan's teachers have helped her. They are calm and demonstrate a calm approach to learning. When she can't get a problem, instead of panicking, she knows that the first thing is to try, then it's to try again, and then ask a peer or ask a teacher. This has helped her confidence. Knowing that there are strategies for support, she can ask a friend, peer, or parent. She's confident that there is a support system behind her. She's not alone trying to solve these problems. Growth mindset for Megan has been really helpful. The visual representation of how to persevere has helped her remember to move through the steps without feeling stressed. So it's helped her put into words how she was feeling. The process has become natural and ingrained in her. We also apply it at home when she becomes upset or stressed. It relates to your whole life. The problems they get in math are relevant to their everyday experiences and have a real-world connection. They start with the real-life scenarios and learn different strategies on how to approach and solve the problem. She uses peer supports. She's interested in her report card and sets goals about how to improve. She asks at parent conferences about what each STEM means and how that looks in the classroom. Overall, Megan has grown in her ability to persevere and be resilient. I think for Megan especially, the result has been a reduction in stress. She's not worried about math. She knows that there's more than one way to work out a problem, and so it's helped her reduce her stress at home about not being able to achieve something the first time, that it's okay to do it more than once and to try different ways.
My kids have been at the school for the last 7 years. The early years were challenging at times, especially with my youngest son. So he's always been that kid that he would always just do the minimum amount of work. And so, what the teacher would tell him, that's what he would do. And so by doing that 1, 2, 3, 4-star kind of work that you guys have started, I've really seen that change in him and that want in him to kind of excel at what he's doing. So instead of just staying at that 1 and 2-star level, he's really now taking that ownership of specifically something like math and in trying to challenge himself in the work that he's doing. Whereas in the beginning, he was quite happy to just sit and do that, 1-star, 2-star work, and I've done it, so now I'm gonna go and play, right? And whereas now he wants to add that extra detail and extra information on. So fun to be able to see how just in that short period of time he progressed in his learning and his resilience at being at school.
I'm Philip Bear. I'm the parent of Jonathan at North Haven School. My son is currently enrolled in a specialized program at North Haven. He has benefited from the support of his learning team, community supports, and continued support at home to become more resilient. Jonathan has found it challenging to be flexible in his thinking. He sometimes refuses to engage in challenging tasks, or he uses the same strategies even if they're inefficient. Even a simple math problem can be extremely challenging for him. Through the development of relationships with the staff, he has learned to take a step back and break tasks into steps and try again and persevere. We've seen this emerging maturity when he owns the moment of struggle, gets help, and gets it right on the next try. This approach has given him the confidence to try new things and, despite challenges, see the problem through to the end. Well, I think Jonathan has learned how to handle a lot of his failures. He has developed more self-confidence in his ability to overcome failure as a result of opportunities to work with his peers, his learning team, and us as his parents. Jonathan has grown to trust his learning team and responds to their help when alternate strategies are suggested. You know, he still struggles, but I think his struggles have reaped more rewards, and I think he's developed an ability to be able to find success more often than he used to. I am proud and encouraged to see what he will achieve in the future. I think life is a real mixed bag, but Jonathan has come to a point where we as parents see his future a lot more optimistically than we used to. I think we've seen real progress, and we've seen him have some great successes. And so we look forward to the future as an exciting time.
Personal development is a CBE result that speaks to all of us as lifelong learners. North Haven students are developing the skills and attitudes necessary to persist with challenges within an inclusive learning community focused on academic success.